All right, let's get this shake show going. It is a few minutes early. I give you all time to go and get something to drink, get some popcorn, and we will be here and getting this stuff going. Hello, Grow Mechanic. Siren Silver Stash. Hello, hello, hello. Mad Stacker. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I got a couple of things here to go over this evening, but we'll wait a few minutes and let a few people get in. But I'm still learning this stuff a whole lot and not real sure how to do some of this stuff. Maddie, how you doing? I got my YouTube side of the chat popped out, and I think it's over here. This seems to be working. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Eric, how you doing? Did you? I can't find that tracking number. I looked, and a couple of places where I thought it might have been, it wasn't there. But get yourself something to drink. Get your popcorn. America, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. I got a couple of things to go over here this evening. I don't know how long this will take. It might be real quick. It might take a minute, but let me see. I think I can do this. There is a link if anybody would like to come up and chat a little bit. All together, welcome. I'm still a few minutes early. I said I wasn't going to be getting this thing going until 7 o'clock, and so I'm going to kind of wait a few minutes to start talking about the things that I kind of got on the agenda here. But you can see I got a couple of new toys. Got the microscope going. I need to get one of those adjustment rods for it. Right now it's sitting on top of a stack of CDs, but it gets the whole channel round in there, and so that's the main thing. But at any rate, I'll give you a glimpse over here. Change the camera for a second. There's the main stage. Not a whole lot new there, but a couple things to talk about up there. But back to the channel round. Nova Star Stacker. Hello. Novus. My email is down below, or it should be. I set it up to be there. I'm not sure how good all that stuff comes through, but send me an email. We'll talk. Heather, hello. How are you? How are the goats today? Yeah, I had an interesting day. I planned on going out and doing some pouring out in the Silver Shack, but the roofers came to put new roof on the house, and they needed the electricity from the Silver Shack and needed the door opened. So I had to put that off, and I got to go to work tomorrow, but we'll get pouring done here before long. I've got a few cool things up there. Well, we got up to almost 30 today. It's like a heat wave around here. Yesterday it was under 10. And I was outside in it most of the day. Well, I wasn't outside and I was going shopping, so I was from store to store to store in it, in and out of the vehicle. It was bitter. Yeah, that makes it really hard to keep the animal pens in decent shape when it gets sloppy and then freezes up and then gets sloppy and freezes up. But at least, well, I can kind of, the microscope is one of the things that I wanted to go over. Got my new toys, and so I get to show you a few things under the microscope. But one of the things I want to do on my live streams as kind of a regular rolling thing is I want to have a game going. And I've taken bits and pieces from different people and put something together that I want to call the Silverado Horde swap game. And what I'll do is just to keep it small and a little bit. Roxzilla, hello, hello, hello. But to keep it small and manageable, Roxzilla, I'm kind of talking about a game that I want to start running on the channel. I want to limit this to a kilo for each game. Now, kilos 32.15 ounces, something of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pour that is just over the 2-ounce mark every time I do this. And that leaves 30 spots left at 1 ounce apiece. People send them in to me, and that makes you eligible to be on the wheel. And we'll have 30 spots on the wheel, and each spot will have a prize associated to it. And if you come off, and that spot that is assigned to that is yours potentially. We'll do something that will 50-50 elimination. If you get the 50 on your side, you get to choose whether you get that coin or are you going to put it in to the Horde. Kind of stealing this from Bigfoot's Purge-tober thing. But if you choose to put, 50% chance, you just aren't going to have a chance and your win is going to go into the Horde. If you come up with an opportunity to choose, you can choose to put your ounce into the Horde. And then when it is all said and done, whatever is in the Horde will go to one lucky winner. So it could be as much as a kilo. And Every time we fill this thing up, we'll do another one. I mean, if it becomes way popular and, I'm getting 30 ounces of silver every week, well, maybe we'll have to change the number from greater than 30, but I'd like to keep it small. I don't think the channel's going to grow all that fast. I'm not looking forward to it being real big because I kind of like to know the people, and intimacy makes me a lot more comfortable. I like stadium shows, but I want to hide back in the crowd in a stadium show. Intimate crowd, I might let my voice be heard. But we'll do that game pretty regular. Does that sound good to everybody? Anybody interested in, at the very least, you'll get an ounce back. Well, I want to make it an ounce per entry. People could send in fractionals if they want. $1.40 in constitutional is an ounce of silver. But it's something, you can get something new, or you can take a chance and maybe get a lot. And it's, as long as silver doesn't go ridiculous, it's not terribly expensive. And whoever wins the Horde will be getting a 2-ounce plus pour from me. That will just happen. But I think that will be a kind of a good regular thing to kind of be my channel thing is we give away a kilo of silver on a regular basis. But most of it will come from the people in the community. I'm just kind of hosting it. John Pierce, good to see you. Just got here. What's the game? Hello, sir. Okay, John, what I'm thinking, I'm calling it the Silverado Horde swap game. And it's kind of based on a kilo of silver. And what's going to be the foundation on it is going to be a 2-ounce pour that I will do each time the game runs. And the other 30 ounces will come from 30 participants in the game. I'll send them in, and I will assign 1 ounce for each person that comes off the wheel, comes up, each removal from the 30. And in that, when they come off, there'll be some kind of challenge. It'll be a 50-50 challenge. Either they will be required to put their win into the Horde, or they will have an option to put it into the Horde or take the piece that they won. If they take the piece that they won, that's all they get. But if they put it into the Horde, and for people that have no option and their piece goes into the Horde, at the end, there'll be a drawing for one winner takes all. And that Horde will be started with the 2-ounce piece that I'm going to pour. And so everybody else that's in the game will be adding to the Horde or taking their initial win. So simple enough, but it gives people a chance for something really cool. And it'll be an ounce of silver, but I'm not limiting people to what kind of ounce of silver. And if you want to do $1.40 in constitutional, that's fine. if you want to do a rare Morgan and 4 dimes, that's absolutely fine. If you want to do an old buffalo, that's fine too. Charles, how are you? Charles, did you hear the explanation of the game? I'll go through it again later if I need to. That's what I was thinking, John. And I mean, if you can't afford to lose your ounce, then you're just trading it for another ounce. And I won't discourage anybody from that either. You know, maybe you're the one that sends in an old buffalo and winds up with a Libertad. Who knows? It could be pretty cool. Well, Charles, I'll go over it again a little bit later, see who else comes in. Because I don't want to stay stuck on the one thing. Let me switch cameras and I'll talk to you all about my discount booby rounds. There's been a lot of people talking, about Libertads and calling them booby rounds and stuff. And yeah, they are. And they're a lot nicer than these. But this particular coin right here was one of the very first coins that I bought online. When I first started stacking 3 years ago, I bought a bunch of constitutional from a couple of different LCSs. And then I got to talking with my son about what I was doing, and he thought that was really cool. Yeah, stacking silver is a good idea. And he got online and found Golden State Mint, and I went into Golden State Mint, and I think I ordered about 10 or 12 ounces from them. This particular ounce being one of those first dozen ounces that I ordered online. And I thought, it's cool, representative of, what is it, the 1916, I think, is the SLQ with the boobies. Well, a couple weeks ago, I went to SD Bullion and ordered a tube of secondary market generic rounds. They sent me a whole tube of booby rounds. This one's got some toning on it. The ones down at the bottom look unscathed at all. I put the toners up on top. It's just generic silver, but it's kind of a bonus. I thought that was cool. And it did remind me of, that was one of the very first coins that I ever bought. But it really is. It's just 20 ounces for the stack. And I mean, if I absolutely had to, it wouldn't kill me to melt this stuff. Mountain Wolf, hello. That's it exactly, Eric. It's my bargain basement booby coins. When I was a little kid, almost all my clothes came from the bargain basement. And we had J.L. Hudson. I think they're Nordstrom now. But yeah, all that stuff came from the bargain basement. So now I've got silver coming from the bargain basement. Bigfoot, brother, how you doing? Good to see you. I'll go through this game again in a little bit. I've kind of gone through it a little bit already. But I am using some of your tactics, my friend, and I think it'll make the game fun. Let me go back to the microscope, and I got a project that one Rocky Mountain Bar is going to take care of for me, and it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of cool, and I'm going to really, really like it. All right. Silver bells is big rage. I've seen a bunch of them. I've even got one that I won from Mr. Bigfoot. Fantastic piece from Mr. Joe Durbin, if I am not incorrect. But when I was a little kid, my mom always had a silver bell on her nightstand next to her bed. And she'd ring that thing whenever she wanted something. And she was one of those people when she was at home. I think she lived in her bed. But I kind of wanted a coin or a silver bell to remind me of that. But in a live stream conversation many, many months ago with Rocky Mountain Bar, he was talking about coin bells that he had made, and I said something about I wanted a cowbell, and he got into this whole thing about he couldn't make a cowbell. And I said, well, I'll find a coin with a cow on it. And there's the cow right there. And her udders are showing. And so we're going to make a coin, and that's going to be the top coin on it. Obviously, it's a small coin. It's a little over a half an ounce, but it's made out of sterling, so it's made out of me. The second coin in it is going to be a peace dollar from 1924, which is Mom's birth year. So I think that's pretty cool. And then the bottom coin in it is going to be a 1980 Mexican onza, which is another sterling coin. See there, it's got the weight on it, the 33. And where is the purity? Oh, there's the purity on it right there. But so we're going to have two sterling coins and a 90%er. And it's going to have my mom's birth year, and it's going to have a cow with her udders hanging down. And so it's going to be my lactating ringer. I like it. And Rocky is excited to make it too. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool, actually. And this was the best 1924 that I have. That is not the one in the family collection for her, but all of my peace dollars. I mean, this one included, it came out of a coal bin. Yeah, Billy wants to be heard. I've got a lot of peace dollars. I've got quite a few mortgages even, but I paid $12, $13 a piece for most of them. I've got a couple of them that I paid $25 for recently. But I like this microscope. I can show some cool stuff with it. Uh, Mountain Wolf, hello. Well, Bigfoot, I like the ability to go live and stuff. Um, Although people told me I always could have anyways, but well, now I feel a little bit more comfortable with it anyways. So there we go. There's the stage. This is my this is a 9.64 ounces. And most of you have probably seen this one before. If you've been at any of these, I've showed it off a few times. But I really like this thing. And it's going to be even more prominent come next week. I got more toys coming. And then I did this one just a few days ago, which is right at 4 ounces. And it is bizarre in different ways. I don't know if I have a community tab. I haven't figured it out yet. I'd like to be able to put some stuff up there, but I haven't found it. But yeah, but what I'm thinking with the game is I probably do like a 2 ounce vertical pour for the poured silver to go into that each month. Uh, okay, so uh, one more thing we can do here. Now I did hit the 1,000, and I got to have a little celebration. And I've got a lot of stuff that I've acquired over time that it's cool stuff in the community, maybe not exactly in my wheelhouse. So when I have my party, and I'm thinking, Red, how you doing, buddy? Now here's a guy that is out to have a big party for his 2,000 um, fan party. Is what, a week from Saturday, I think. Yeah, a week from Saturday. Um, but I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a party here sometime after Red's party is in everybody's memories. And I don't know, maybe second week of February, something like that. Um, but I've got a number of giveaways, and I'll kind of show you what I got. A lot of this, honest to God, came from Bigfoot. There's amazing stuff that he was giving away at his Purge-tober, but the part that I'm stealing in my game from him is pretty much everybody put all of the stuff that they won on his into the boneyard, and I won the boneyard. But here's a 1974 mint set, a 1973 mint set, a 1972 mint set, 71, 50 quarters, Philadelphia. So I think there's 5 quarters in there. Denver, 2003. 2004, Philadelphia. 2003, Philadelphia. Then there's a whole bunch of proof sets. A 2005, a 2000, a 95, a 97, a 93, and a 70. All right. Those are the coin sets. Then for you people that are collectors but don't really have the places to put them, we've got some statehood quarter coin book. Lincoln Memorial, 59 through 2007. Morgan dollars, 1892 to 1921. I could fill up the 21 section, I think. And the National Park quarters, 2010 to 2021. Like I said, it's all stuff that I know people will appreciate. It's just not real. I'm not a collector. I'm just a stacker. And so that stuff's not really in my wheelhouse. And I got a whole bunch of little pins and stickers from Billy Strings artists. But there's an assortment of stuff here that, I'll put a couple packages together with a whole bunch of that in each one. And then when I first started collecting or stacking, I wanted to get some foreign coins. And I did some trades with a couple of guys on YouTube over in Germany and Austria. And I got a number of coins. And it's like every time I got something, I'd get 3 of them. Well, I wound up giving 1 of each to my son. I want to keep 1, but we'll put 1 of each into the giveaway. And these are all silver, varying percentages and stuff like that. But this one is a lira, I believe. That one's a Swiss franc. That's Italian. Mexican. That's a 10%er. I know that. That's the lowest percentage one I have. This is a Churchill crown. Actually, I believe that that's a copper nickel, but it's a cool coin. And what is this one? $20, whatever it is. But these are all silvers. And this is, I just don't have real good light for reading stuff down here. I've got all this light to, oh, it's 10. I think this one might be Eastern European. And then I bought, I think $6 or $8 worth of war nickels at an LCS. And I got this one in there. I haven't touched it. It's almost proof-like finish, but it's worn down. Somebody cleaned the snot out of this thing and just made it glow pretty. But it's just a war nickel, 1 3/4 gram of silver, and we're even going to give away a little gold. Very little gold, but it's gold. It's real gold. Yeah. So, I mean, we got lots of spots to cover on last man standing type game. And so it should be fun. There should be Karen Newberry. Hello. But like I said, it should be a pretty good celebration. And then okay, I'm going to go back and show you kind of describe something else to you too. A game that I'm going to start playing on my channel. And, let me get that position nicely. There you go. All right, and I want to do a game, call it a Silverado Horde swap. And this game is going to be based on a kilo of silver per run. And what I'll do is I will start out with doing a 2-ounce pour, or just over a 2-ounce pour. Kilos, 32.15 ounces. So I'll have something that'll get us up there. And for 30 people, you can enter with an ounce of silver. You send it to me. And when we have 30 entries, we'll do an elimination of some kind. Might be a wheel. I'm not real sure how we will address that yet. But it'll be something easy. Each elimination will have an ounce of silver assigned to it. Now, when you get your ounce assigned to you, there is one more thing that will have to happen. And I'm not sure exactly what I'll use, but we'll do some sort of 50-50 elimination. On one side of the 50-50, your coin will go into the Horde. On the other side, you'll have the option of having your ounce delivered to you, or you can choose to have your round put into the Horde. When it's all said and done, the Horde will be won by one individual. And the Horde, the foundation on the Horde will be a 2-ounce pour from me. So it will be up to the people that are playing the game as to how big the Horde will get. I mean, if it turns out that there's a whole lot of interest in it and a whole lot of people, maybe we'll have to go bigger than a kilo. But right now, I think, I mean, it's asking people to do a little bit, absolutely, to send in an ounce. But I think, we might get to 30 people relatively quick. Silverholic, how you doing? Glad to see you. Lady Bluegrass, hello. But depending on if people want to just get an ounce of silver back, or if they want to take a chance on something big. And at a kilo, it's a 1 in 30 chance for a kilo at the price of an ounce. And it really is just for the people that are going to be participating in this channel. Anybody is welcome to participate in the channel, absolutely. But, if you don't send in an ounce, you're not in it. Although, I would leave it, if somebody wants to send me a tube of silver and say, okay, one of these is for me and 19 others are for people that are in the chat, then, one person can put in for somebody else. All right, so a couple other people came in midway through, so I'll go through this again, and that's fine. I mean, we're only half an hour. I started the show a couple minutes early, but we're only half an hour in, and so, and this is kind of the big thing that I want to talk about is a game that I'm going to run on my live streams that I'm going to do Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. I figure it's early enough that I'm not really interfering with the auctions, the big auctions and stuff. I want to keep this small, and this game would get horrendous if I start getting 50 people a week wanting to get into it. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. But I got a game that I want to call the Silverado Horde, and it's kind of a swap, but I'm gonna do a 2+ ounce pour, and that is going to be the foundation in it. This game is going to be based on a kilo of silver, so that leaves 30 spots for people to send in an ounce of silver to get in. And then we'll do an elimination where each elimination spot is assigned to one of those particular ounces. You think so, Bigfoot? I don't know. But when you get your round assigned to you, there's another step involved in it. And it will be some kind of 50-50 situation. 50% of it, you have no option. Your ounce will go into the Horde. On the other side, you can either choose to have what you won sent to you, or you can have it put into the Horde. If you have it put into the Horde, then you are eligible to win the Horde. If your piece automatically goes into the Horde, you are eligible to win the Horde. When it's all said and done and we go through all 30 people, we will pick one winner for the Horde, and the foundation for the Horde will be some 2-ounce pour from me. So you could send in an ounce and trade your ounce for another ounce. Or you can take whatever it is that you got coming back to you and gamble it at a chance for up to a kilo. I got a little of that Genghis Khan in me. I'm a horde. Oh, I like your comment there, though. But I think it's a game that can catch a few people's interest. It doesn't need to be a whole lot of people, you know. But if we've got 30 people that like playing it, I wouldn't mind, having it go off once or twice a month. Probably not, I don't want to have to be doing a 2-ounce pour every week, but I can certainly do, a couple a month to make this game happen and to have a little bit of fun on early Wednesday evenings with a number of people that just want to come in and hang out and shoot the shit a little bit. Get a couple of people maybe to come up and shoot the shit with me. There's Rocky Mountain Bar. So, Rocky, I got to show you some coins here. How do you like my channel round, by the way? That's 25.14 grams of 3 nines plus gold. But how you like that cow there, Rocky? That's the lactator on our ringer. And then for the middle coin, this is what I'm thinking is 24 piece dollar. Oh, it's 90%. I mean, it's not 92, but it's 90%. It's close. And then the 92.5 Onza for the bottom one with edge lettering. Badass or what? Oh, it's always whole milk, Bigfoot. I like the fat in my milk. Always whole milk. Besides, it's not the fat in the milk that gets you fat, it's the sugar. Well, Rocky, send me your address and I will get this stuff out in the mail to you in the next few days. And you can start working on this mega project. Gotta get. Oh, want to see some boobage? There we go. That's better than looking at gold, isn't it? Silverholic, I'm afraid of sugar. I worked as a toxicologist all my life, and sugar does more damage than any drug I've ever seen. That's Siren. That's my bargain basement boobage. But I was telling a little story earlier. This coin here was one of the very first coins that came in my absolute first online silver purchase. When I first started, right at 3 years ago, I made a commitment to start stacking silver, and I did some LCS purchases, mostly constitutional, and maybe a tube of buffaloes. And when I talked to my son and said, "Hey, I'm going to start putting away silver," he got all excited, and he got online and started. And he got back with me the day late or two later and said, "Hey, and you got to check out this Golden State Mint. They've got some beautiful, beautiful stuff." And they do have some beautiful artwork. They really do crappy minting. These coins have sharp edges on them, every single one. Angel, hello. So, at any rate, I mean, I like the idea of the tribute to the SLQ, particularly the 1 year where they actually had the boobage on it. But it is Angel that's really kind of got me recently clicking in my mind, where she's doing the Libertads, and the full frontage Libertads, and what were some of the other terms that you were using, Angel, that for the boobage reveals on the Libertads? But at any rate, I purchased a tube of there you go, full nipple 69. So this has only got one nipple, but it's a full nipple. In fact, it might even have a nipple ring in it. But I ordered a tube of secondary market generic rounds, and I got a whole tube of them. And I opened that thing up, and the first person I thought of was Angel. I said, "These are my bargain basement nipples." And got to have fun with it. Because honestly, Libertads are probably, in my opinion, the most beautiful coin out there, because it's a prophecy on both sides. But oh my God, I will not pay that kind of premium for anything. It's stamped on there. There's nothing special about the particular silver that it contains. Well, there. Enough boobs for now. Let's look at a little cannabis. I like having the toys that I can use up here, the two different cameras. And that kind of makes it fun. That's why we've all got our tongues hanging to our knees. Yeah, because we had that little boobage on the screen. It's like getting excited over a cartoon, huh? That y'all gotta come to the party that I'm gonna have sometime by the middle of February, because we got a lot of stuff to give away here. Um, there's a bit of silver, not a lot, but there's some good silver, even a little. I'll show you. And put this under the microscope. You might actually be able to see it. Look at that. It's stamped in everything. That's gold, baby. And that's gonna be in my 1K party. It's just huge gold. It's a retirement ticket. But now it's starting to feel like I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Oh, I'm telling you, the premiums are ridiculous. Although I've got a bunch of shot coming in that I was able to pick up at under $25 an ounce. I'm excited about that. That should be here in a week or so. Yeah, premiums drive me crazy, and I have been opposed to them from the very beginning. I think that's kind of why I stopped buying stuff back in the late 60s or early 70s. And then 3-4 years later, it all disappeared when I got robbed anyways. But so glad I didn't add any more to it. But I thought the premiums were crazy back then. But back then, premiums included, you could buy an ounce of gold for under $60. Isn't that sick? Ooh, Rocky, if I was a rich man, I'd be all kinds of tempted. It's got to be some low life, Rocky. Really. I mean, somebody that has no self respect. I'm going to add to it, Mountain Wolf, at some point. I got to get some more gold. Right now, it's just over 0.8. I'd like to get it to the point where it's 1.2. I know the biggest coin I will ever buy, no matter what, is a 50 pesos. I think it would be cool if my channel round had more gold in it than the biggest coin I would ever buy. Bigfoot, when was it that you could first buy gold again? Mid-70s? I remember going to the coin store by my house, and you could get a Krugerrand, and that was the only gold they had that you could buy. But you could get a Krugerrand for under $60. And the spot on it was like 35. And I said, you guys are crazy. That's almost twice the price. I'm not going to pay you that much. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh, I know Miss Coin Crew Angel. The 50 pesos are a sweet, sweet coin. Again, both sides of it are a prophecy, and that just makes me feel good about a coin. And besides the Libertads, which are too expensive, my favorite one out there right now is the Noah's Ark, and you can get them at really reasonable prices. I would have gotten one last month, but I bought something else. It's supposed to be here in a few days. But found a special and I bought something special. And I'll show it off when it comes in. Exactly, Mountain Wolf. But even today, you look at prices today and we all complain about the premiums. But when our grandchildren have that stuff in their hands and they're looking at retirement, they're going to think, good God, they picked this stuff up for free. Lady Bluegrass, you got to look them up. They're absolutely gorgeous. And it's a big coin too. It's got, what is it, 35 grams of gold in it, something like that. 90% gold, so it's a big coin. And it's got the eagle on the cactus on one side, and it's got Libertas on the other. Oh, Rocky, I've got so much stuff I need to sweep up off the floor out in the silver shack. I probably have a 16-ounce glass full of dust and silver dust. Well, you guys, I've been on here for an hour. I feel good about how it's run. Maybe could have had a little bit more material to go over, but I think the few of you that are here, got all the stuff that I wanted to share with you. And I hope to see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I've got a couple of new toys coming in to change the way my stage looks even a little bit more. But I will see y'all soon. Have a blessed week. And keep on stacking. Bye now.